Thank you, Jason. Today, the nation honors all those who have served as president. Our Chase Campbell joins us from the Blennerhassett Hotel to talk about some local presidential history. Chase, what can you tell us?
Thank you, Phyllis. Here in Parkersburg, the Blennerhassett Hotel claims its own piece of presidential history. Then Senator John F. Kennedy stayed at the hotel twice in May of 1960 while campaigning for his party's presidential nomination. The hotel commemorates the president's visits with memorabilia displayed prominently on the first floor and in the JFK-inspired Kennedy suite. Items the hotel displays include a replica of the rocking chair favored by Kennedy and a letter the president sent to then Blennerhassett owner Robert Huck. Blennerhassett Hotel co-owner Lee Eric Rector says Kennedy's visits to the hotel remain a point of pride to this day.
He was beloved to the country, and we felt honored to know that John F. Kennedy had stayed a night at the Blennerhassett Hotel. Actually, a couple times through his campaign in the 1960s.
Rector says commemorating Kennedy's time at the Blennerhassett coincides with the hotel's wider efforts to keep local history alive. That is all I have for now. Thank you, Phyllis. Back to you.